Boom, boom, this is Skinner. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. All right, we're going to continue today. I'm going to show you what my daily, do the dailies and show you what I do in Azure Lane on a daily basis. Now, it's going to be a pretty long video. I spend a few hours each day in the game, so, but I'm just going to walk through the dailies and I'm going to show you a little bit about what you need to do and how you progress through and how important the dailies are to achieve the requests, the rewards that you need to advance in the game. The way you advance in the game is you limit break your ships to get them to max level. And then you awaken them after that to get them to the full max level, which is 120. Okay, this is the max for all ships. So that's what your goal is, to get to 120. Now, when you're limit breaking a ship, the first limit break on a ship is at 10. Okay, level 10. When you get to level 10, we're talking about SR ships, which are gold ships right now. Okay. Now you'll be able to limit break the ship at 10. Then you get another limit break at 30, and then the final limit break comes at 70. Okay. Now, after you get to 70 and do that final limit break, the ship will go up to 90, okay, and that's where it will stop at, okay, and that's the max limit you can get. Now, after that, you need to awaken ships, and the awakening is done via cognitive chips, which you conveniently can get through doing your daily tactical training. This gives you cognitive chips, okay? This is a reward right here, cognitive chips. You get this in cognitive chips from doing that daily. This daily is open every day, okay? Never shuts down, so it's open every day, and you can run it 3 times each day, okay? Now, these others, as you can see, they have limits, Monday, Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So today's Wednesday, so Fierce Assault is open. So, but this one is open every day, and you need to run it every day 3 times to get the cognitive chips, because to make it fully to 120, you need the cognitive chips. Okay, so it costs just just a little bit of gold and a couple of hundred cognitive chips to awaken the ship and continue until you get to the max, which is 120. After you get to 120, this max can't go any farther. This is as far as it goes. Okay. So that is what you need. Now, like I say, to do these limit breaks on these ships, you need bullets. Okay, see these prototype bullets here for the rare ships, which are the blue ships and the purple ships and the gray ships. See, this is a gray ship, this is a blue ship, and so we call here, the termination is common ship. This is a common ship. Okay. This is a rare ship, which is blue. And this is an epic ship, which is purple. And this is a SR ship, or the gold ships right there, because they're gold. Okay. So that's the terminology. Okay. Prototype, the purple bullets are good for common, rare, and epic ships. Okay, the gold prototype bullets only work on the gold ships. Okay, so the gold ships are the strongest. Most of there's other good ships. Don't get me wrong, but you want to focus mainly on getting those prototype gold bullets right here, because that's what you can limit up the best ships with. So that's the goal of the game. If you do your dailies every day, you will get a prototype, well, not daily, but if you need to do your dailies every day to get the weekly rewards, because that's where you get the good stuff. You get a prototype bullet from your weekly reward for epic, but this here is what you're going for. Okay, this is the This is the epitome, or what you're going for. This is the gold prototype bull, and this is what you need to advance your ships in the game. So you have to complete 10 weekly missions, okay? Now, that means these are the weeklies, as you can see here. You have to complete 10 of these, okay? The thing about it is you can't complete these weekly missions because all of these weekly missions are contingent on completing the daily missions, okay? So you see what I mean? So unless you do the daily missions, you can't complete the weekly missions, which means you can't get the prototype, gold prototype bulletin, which is what you're trying to get. So you could theoretically get one prototype bulletin each week from just the dailies and the missions, okay? That's a guarantee. Now you can also get them, sometimes they're login rewards, and there are certain places in the shop that offer them on occasion. For instance, in the core shop, the merit shop, you'll see one in the merit shop occasionally for 20,000. There's one, not one in here right now, but occasionally they'll pop one up in there, so you can get it there. I don't think I've ever seen one in the actual core, so there's no way to get it there. You'll never get one in the general, but you can occasionally get one also here in the, if you go into the exchange, sometimes you'll see a gold in here as well too. Not very rarely. Usually it's just a universal. Okay, so that's the only places you can get those, and they're not given to you at all the time, but you're guaranteed to get one if you do your dailies and complete the weekly 10 of the weekly missions. You'll get a gold prototype bulletin. Okay, so you're going to guaranteed to get 52 of them, and there's always in the monthly the daily, you know, just the daily login reward that you get once a day when you log in. There's usually one, you know, it's a monthly thing. There's usually one in there, so you should be getting 53 at least of these bulletins. So you should be able to advance your game. I mean, that's, you know, a long time, but that's the way it goes through. So that's the easiest way to go about getting it. Now, besides that, so you need to complete your dailies on a daily basis. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and walk through the dailies. Now, the first two that I've completed are the research project and the tactical training, okay? Now, every evening before I shut off the game, I always make sure that I'm running something in the research academy, okay? So what I do is I look at that and I choose one that will focus on the research. This is where you get blueprints for your ships. I'm focusing on Monarch right now because, as you know, Monarch is my prototype ship, my PR ship. So I want to run one of these research that will give me, you know, blueprints for Monarch. Now, it's not going to guaranteed to give me a Monarch blueprint, but there are quests that do that. But it comes up intermittently throughout the day. One, and what you'll see is right here, you'll see Monarch. See, if you see a picture of one of the ship girls right here, that means that this project will give you a guaranteed blueprint for Neptune in this case. Okay. Since I don't see one for Monarch, I'm just going to run another one. So I'll check it out. Okay, this one does one. So it's got a blueprint. I can do the details. It costs $1,500. Okay, commence, confirm. Okay, so now this will take a few hours to complete, an hour and a half. Okay, so if you only play, you know, just let that run, because tomorrow when you do your daily, you can complete it and get the reward for it, which is what I did. I did one last night before I shut off. I completed it this morning, and I got the reward for it. Okay, so that's why it shows one complete. Okay, in the mission. Okay, now tactical training, I do the same thing. Each evening before I log off, I start my classroom and I do my training. Okay, so basically you just set up a ship in here, and whichever ship, and then choose whichever quest or whichever skill you want to upgrade, and boom, upgraded. And when you log in the morning, it'll be all complete. And when you click on those completes, you get your tactical training completed. Okay, so it's best to, before you log off on a day, make sure you're running those two items, because that's important to get those the next day. If you log on twice a day, it's not a big deal. You don't have, I log on twice a day. So in the evening when I log on, I'll clear those two, even though I won't get a daily reward for it, and then I'll start another one up, and then the next one is the one I'll get my daily on the following morning when I log on. Okay? Okay, so that's it. So now, once I do that, as you can see, I've cleaned everything up in here. My lab is where the research project, the classroom is where the training is going on. So the first thing you want to do is clear your oil and coins. So collect oil from your canteen and collect coins from your merchant. Okay, that's done right here. So collect some. Now I can't collect any oil because I'm above it. So I have to get this below 9,500 before I can actually collect oil here. So to get the quest, because you have to collect oil from these two places right here. These link up to these items. Wrong item. I'll show you that later. But that collects up from right here in your academy. Right here is your canteen and your merchant. These two icons are on the main screen right here under the pull out right here. It's the same thing. Okay, so to collect ore from there, I've got to do that. Now one of the dailies that you need to do is, you just remember I just showed you, was you should be running this daily right here. Now there's a request reward for this, to run this. Okay, so you need to run this once. I run it all 3 times because I want to get all the, as I said before, you should be, because you want to get the cognitive chips. Okay, now once I run this 3 times, it will knock me below 9,500 on my oil, and then I'll be able to collect some oil from the canteen, completing the daily quest. So this right here enables me to complete another quest. And this is where you get the cognitive chips. And this is very important because you can't get to the max level, which is 120 on your ships, unless you get cognitive chips. Okay, you can't awaken it without cognitive chips. And this is where you get them. And that's why this is open on a daily basis, 3 times a day. It never shuts down. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's open. Now the others have certain days that they're open, but not this one. It's open all the time. So you want to make sure that you run this 3 times every day, because you will get cognitive chips. Okay, so that's what you want to do, is you want to run that each day. I'm going to go ahead and run it 3 times because, and as you can see, I'm just using ships. You need to really choose. You're not going to be able to run this at 60 quite yet. You'll work your way up to it, to where you get to the point where you can actually run it. It's not something, you don't need to worry about awakening your ships when you first start the game, because you're not going to have any ships up to that point where you need to begin awakening. But by the time you get to where you can start awakening ships, you'll be able to run this with one of your fleets. It's not very difficult to run. I'm just using, as you can see, the ships I'm using on that, I'm using it to level them up, because you do get some XP for running it. So you can, but you got to make sure that the ships are, qualify to be able to complete it. And I prefer to use 3 carriers on this, just because it does more damage to the boss, which is Saratoga in this case. So it finishes out much quicker. So as you can see, cognitive chips, and so you got 600, 600, 900, okay, so in 1200 Intrepid. So you get actual, rewards and experience from doing it. So you want to make sure that it's a ship that's not maxed out, so that you can get experience for your ships. And I can run it. I've this is this is not a put together fleet that I made. This is sort of just a hodgepodge of ships that I put together so that I can level them up with the experience. And at the same time, you know, get the rewards. So that's what you got to focus on. Excuse me. All right, so next. So let's just finish up here. As you can see, I have plenty of time to complete it. If you use aircraft carriers, you get a lot of damage on the ships because that's where a lot of your damage comes from. So that's completed. So that's it. The 3 times a day, I got about 150 chips. It takes like 200, 300 to awaken ships. So, you know, just doing this, just doing this 3 or 4 times a week is going to give you a lot of cognitive chips. Fierce Assault. Now, Fierce Assault, this is one of the harder quests. It'll take a while before you can actually complete this, but this gives you tech boxes. I'll go ahead and run it once. This is one of the hard because it's firepower. You do a lot of damage. So you need to either A, have a ship that's capable of healing, or a ship that can put up defense, or you need to just overpower it with sheer firepower and destroy them before they can destroy you. I have Hear You in my backline, which is this ship right here, and she provides some healing for me, and this is retrofitted Hear You. She's a good ship that once she becomes extremely valuable once you retrofit her. So as you can see, I'm taking very little in terms of damage. And there's the 2 bosses, Shukaku and Zukaku, the twin dragons, like Akagi and Kaga. So this is another couple. Okay, and that's it. As you can see, it's done quickly. I'm using high level ships on this. Higher level ships, so it did have completed, and you get rewards in the form of the box. So that's what you want to do. Work your way up to this. It starts out at 10, goes up to 25, 35, 50, and I'm doing it at 70, which is maximum. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this a few more times because then I'll be able to get the canteen oil. So that you need to get the weekly quest involving these canteens and oils, which we're doing right now. You need to do it 5 times a week. Okay, so you can theoretically complete this weekly quest by Friday. Okay, so on Friday you'll be able to get that 5th time and clear it out. So you got to do it at least 5 times a day. So if you don't quite do it one day, you can conceivably do it. Completed on Saturday or Sunday. So, but I like to run. I run every one of these daily that I can. I do my cognitive chips, and I do this one right here every day just to get the because you can get the best gear comes in these boxes that you get. The gold boxes contain the best gear. You have a good chance of getting. And I'm not sure what the percentages are, but get a gold box. There's a good chance that you might get you'll definitely get a purple gear, but you might get gold gear too, which is what you're going for. Gold gear is the pit. So see, I got a gold box, so I might have a chance to get some gold gear from that. Okay, so we're at 9503, so I need to get below that. So I'll run it once more, and that will be able to allow me to complete that quest. And I'll complete once we go into the missions here. After this is done, I'll show you, and you'll see that we completed quite a few more quests as well, because completing these daily missions is also a quest. So what you want to do is that's what makes this game a little bit different. Is it's all linked. It's really difficult to play this game very casually and still progress pretty far. But if you play it, just try to do it daily, but only a little bit daily, or just enough to complete your dailies. It pays off in the long run, because you need to get those 10 dailies out of the way those 10 weekly missions to get that gold prototype bullet, and that's what you're going for, because that's where the that's where the advancement limit breaking is, and getting the cognitive chips is the second portion of that. So as you can see, they're giving you everything you need without having to pay any money to advance and max out your ships. Okay, so that's why this is one of the most free-to-play games out there in terms of actually being competitive and not having to spend a lot of money. This is the currency right here, the gems. It's the premium currency, and you get these in the game. They'll give them to you at events and stuff. Certain commissions off with gems, and they'll have events every now and then where they'll give you gems and drops and stuff and like that. So you get gems. You want to purchase gems. The reason I purchase gems is because when I see, if I want to get a skin, that's where they get all their money from, is these awesome skins that they've got here for your characters. You get one of the characters and you see, ooh, I like that skin. So, the second place that I purchase and use my gems on is in the dorm, which I'll show you here shortly. Okay, so we completed that. I am now below, as you can see up here, I'm now below 9,500. So I can now go into my canteen and boop. That's all you have to do. It just has to be one oil. I just have to collect some oil from the canteen. It could be one oil. Doesn't have to be a bunch of oil. One is sufficient. Okay. So now, as you can see, I've also completed a weekly mission because I claimed 100 victories. And the reason I've been running the event a lot this week, which is the event it's called the way home in the night. If you see my video on that, I did that. You can go back and check that out on my channel. You'll see that. I've been running that a lot this week because I want to get TART 2, which is the limited time ship. So I've been running it a lot, and those victories that I did in that event, plus those victories I just claimed in this daily battle, that's a victory. I beat a ship. I beat a boss ship, so that's a victory. So that counts. Okay. So I've now claimed 100 victories over the week, so I've completed this weekly quest. Okay, so this goes towards one of the weeklies that I need to complete. So you can complete some of the weekly quests before, you can complete them in just, what's today's Wednesday? I've completed it in 3 days because they reset on Monday. I beat it in 3 days. I claimed 100 victories within 3 days. So it didn't, so that's what you can do. I claimed victory one time. I did that just when I did the missions right now, the daily. I claimed a victory in it. Okay. And I completed that battle with those dailies those 6 dailies that I completed those, all of them with an S, which is above an A. So I claimed 3 victories because I did 6. And I attempted a daily challenge. So I did that. Okay. So, and I've now collected oil and corns from a merchant. And then, of course, I will talk to you later about the oil from the canteen and the tactical trade. Okay, so in the research, so everything, just by doing those, I completed a lot of daily quests. Okay, so we still have some that are left to do. We've got to do 50 enemy ships. Now I'm almost there because I beat a lot of ships in the dailies. Okay, and there's flagships, and we're going to take care of a lot of those right now. Now the second thing you need to do is you need to go into battle. Okay, and you need to choose a stage that you can run on hard mode, because you have to complete one hard mode quest a day. Okay, you definitely want to do your hard modes. This is another thing that you want to do besides the daily cognitive chip quest and those quests, is this, because you get core data. Core data is very important. After I've run this a couple times, I will show you exactly why core data, and I'm just again throwing in ships I can level up. I've got Enterprise in here, and I'll tell you why. I'll show you that shortly as to why I run a 120 in this. Okay, so core data is extremely important because the core data shop has a lot of items that you really need to get. Okay, it's important to get some of the high level important items that you can get are only offered in the core data shop. So that's where you want to get them. You got your gear has the same thing. You've got your common gear, your rare gear, your epic gear, and your gold gear. there's a level above gold gear. It's like rainbow gear. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I'll show you. I think I could, yeah, I should be able to show you in the core data shop. But in the core data shop, you can get rainbow gear. So see, running these, see, free. These are free. It's not costing me anything. I'm using my oil. This didn't cost me anything. But they're giving me the currency to get Uber level items without having to pay anything. Okay? See what I mean here? This game's set up. They make their money off of the swimsuits, the skins, and people who like to expand their dorm, which is pretty cool. I'm going to show you how cool the dorm is. But to actually play the game, be good in the game, and can be competitive game, you don't have to spend any money. Okay? So I know I keep belaboring the point, but I'm just want to make it, as to why a lot of people play the game. This has been in the top 20 grossing games, for years that it's been out. So, and this is why, but, so, okay, see, I just got an epic ship as one of the rewards, an elite ship, Rodney, which I think I can actually use. I might need, this is another way to limit break your ship, is by getting a duplicate of the ship. But as you know, that can be time consuming. But there are levels that you can run so that you don't have to use your bullets. Okay, so I completed that once. Okay, so I got core. Now let me go show you the core shop. Go into your munitions and go into the core shop. See, this is an Uber item right here. Max level item. Doesn't get any more powerful than this. And these heavy shells, prototype guns, and even in some specialty ships. You can't get these ships unless only from the core shop. Okay? And then you've got all these nice little gold items. Again, very difficult to get these in game, but they're here in the core shop. Okay, so you want to get the core shop. So let's go take a look at the mission. Now, I claimed a victory high rating. Now, this completed the, as you can see, I've completed one flagship now. And I did that. You see, the dailies that we did before, the 6, the cognitive chip and the chest quest that we did at the beginning, the boss ships in that weren't considered flagships. Flagships are in the story mode. So you have to go into story mode to get those. So to do it, you need to complete it 3 times. Okay. So let's go back into battle. Now I'm running 5-4 on hard for a specific reason. I'm getting for the core, yeah, but I'm also running it for these carrier blueprints that you have a chance of dropping. To retrofit a ship, not all ships have a retrofit, only some ships do. And it requires those blueprints for that type of ship to actually perform the retrofit. And I have a lot of carriers and I have a lot of battleships and stuff, and I'm trying to limit break those, retrofit those ships. So you want to run a hard mode that gives you the blueprint for whatever type of retrofit you're doing. Okay, and I'll give you a few that you should retrofit. San Diego is a very good retrofit. You might not be able to complete that because it requires a special item to do it, but she's an excellent retrofit. I retrofitted Saratoga. I'm actually going to be retrofitting all the ships. Okay, that's my goal. You don't need to do that, but just for me, because I like to min max, I'm going to retrofit all the ships. In the future, of course, not right now. I've got quite a few retrofitted, but there's still some that I don't. So, I'm going to be retrofitting. Even if I don't use the ship, I'm probably just going to retrofit it anyway. So that's my goal. So as you can see, we're knocking this out for the second time. This is hard mode, so you definitely want to make sure that you have a capable fleet. And again, I'm just using ships I can level out. I have Enterprise in there. So as you can see, I got some core. I got a carrier. Now, I always usually get a blue one. I like to get the gold one. This one would be used in a rare, an epic. You need all levels of the blueprints, not just the gold one. So it's good to get a blueprint And then we got some more blueprints for a high-tech anti-air gun. And then we got Bogue as a reward. Okay, so let's run this once more. Okay, so because we have to run it, we have to complete, defeat 3 flagships, and this is the flagship right here. This is the flagship. Now, after you run a certain level multiple times, you'll automatically get the boss immediately. Okay, and that's what you need. You don't get core from the mini battles. You just get the core from the actual battle, the boss ship. So that's why running it on 5.4 is quick for me, because I've run it so many times to get all those blueprints. I was getting the blueprints for Hear You, which I just recently completed the retrofit on. So I was looking for Hear You's blueprints, and she's a carrier, so I needed to get carrier blueprints. So I was running that on this. I'm running it now because there's going to be some more carriers that light carriers. I hope that I can get some retrofit on. And so that's why I'm getting a little stock of them. So you're going to need that. This is 5.4. You can get the same blueprints on a lower level. I'm just doing it here because I get the most experience and the blueprints and the core chips at the same time, and it's and quickly I can get straight to the boss battleship. So that's why I've been running 5.4. I will be switching that up. Probably going to 7.2 next to get some blueprints for certain guns and stuff. Okay, so so I got some core. I got another, and get some books and parts, and I got Langley, who's a common ship. I've got her, so we'll be able to use her for anything. So let's see here now. So if we go back to our missions, we're going to see 20 flag. Okay, I completed another weekly too. 20 flagships. If you run, I've been doing a lot of levels with that event, so that's why I got the 20 flagships. I completed a victory total of 50 ships. I've defeated a total of 50 ships. Here's the one I just completed for 3 enemy flagships. And I sortied and cleared 1 hard mode stage, as you see that right there. So, and as you can see, we're getting close to where we need to be. Okay, so now we're going to complete a bunch here in one shot. Go into build. Now this is where it gets good. Okay, we're going to be building some ships. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at. So we want to build today. We're going to build. I want to build Tartu. Okay, Tartu's got to rate up. Okay, so this is the limited ship that you can get running the event. If you run the event 60 times on SP3, you get the ship, but you can also have a chance to build the ship in this rate up. So I've been running this just on the off shot that I might not be able to get 60, which I know I'm going to, but just in the off shot that something happened that I didn't get 60. You'll get these quick finishers just by playing the game regularly. You'll never run out of those. Okay, so I've been trying to get Tartu here. Okay, so I got Ping Ha. I got Milwaukee. I got another San Diego. Unfortunately, I already have San Diego. And I got a Javelin. And got Nagara. So I didn't get her again. But I got some good ships here. I'm not sure I'll be able to use any of them. I'll probably just have to go back into build and retire. So I had to build a ship. I just did that. Now I have to retire a ship. Retirement is you using one of the ships. I've got San Diego fully limit broke, so this serves me no purpose whatsoever. I can't use it. It can only be used to limit break San Diego. These can be used to limit break any ship, any gold ship, which is why you want to get these, because you're not always going to have these available. You want to have these. So this is our goal for the week, is to get these. Okay, but since I've already got San Diego fully limit broke, she's at like 100 and something right now, that serves no purpose for me. Okay, so I can break that. I also know that Javelin is fully maxed out, so I know I don't need her. I also know that I'm not actually sure about Pinghai. I'm pretty sure there's two of them. There's like a Ninghai and a Pinghai maybe. So I'm not sure. I might be able to do one, so I don't know, but I'll check. So I have to retire one ship. I'm just going to go ahead and retire these two because I know they're fully limit broke. Okay, so I just completed that, and then you want to disassemble the actual equipment for gold and doors. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so now we've got mission. We have build and retire. Where's that at? Oil merchant. Build one ship right here. So we build a ship, and right here we retired a ship. Okay, so that's what we did. So we're closing in. Okay. Next, you need to enhance some equipment. I always go into so what you do is you go into your gear, okay, and I choose the equipped. See this button over here? Off. This is stuff that's in your inventory that's not being used yet. I'm going to be using it, but right now it's not being used. I always check first if there's something that I want to focus on. 10 is the max. This is max. Okay. This is max 10. Okay. So I want to see if there's any I'm not exactly sure now. Here I noticed that I just put these measurements on illustrious just to do it. So I'll go ahead and just to get the requirement for one ship, I'll just enhance this once. Well, I'll enhance it 3 times because I've got a bunch of these blueprints. You get these just every level you run in the game, you'll end up getting these. They'll just drop as you go through them. So I've enhanced the ship now. So if we go into missions, complete 3 spend day, complete 1 research, build 1 ship, retire 1 enhance 1 piece of gear is now complete. Okay, so if we look around, we've got more to do. So we've got to enhance a ship, and we've got to complete some commissions, and we've got to do a cat box, and we've got to do exercises. So let's do the cat box first because it's easy. If you go into HQ, here's the cat lodge. Okay, so what you want to do now, what I do is every day you get 1 free, so always purchase your free box. Okay, but what you want to do is each Monday you want to set up 10 ships to train all at once. Just choose 10 and start training. Okay, so how you do that is you just do start training. See, I've only got 2 slots free, so you just click on your boxes and they'll start training, and then it'll start training the box. Okay, but I already set these up on Monday or on Sunday evening after I complete the quest for the training box. I set 10 more up and start them to training, so I'm clear for the week. I don't have to do any more through the whole week in terms of cat boxes because they're already trained and they're ready to be open, as you can see. So I just click on complete, and I've just done my train 1 cat box. Okay, so that's what you have to do to complete the cat box. Okay, the second quest is your dorm. Feed your dorm. Okay, when you open up your dorm, every morning you're going to need to give them food unless you logged on in the middle of the night. So you just have to feed your dorm, give them food, and you want to max it out. And you can purchase these by using oil. Okay, so you can like 10 and confirm. So if you're having a quick day where you can't do all your dailies, but you want to do the canteen quest real fast, you can just buy stuff to get you below your max, and you can pull the oil from the canteen. Okay, so and then go ahead and check and make sure looks like that they've got infinity, where those chips right there. Okay, so this right here is the dorm. As you can see, you got beds and all kinds of cute stuff in here. Okay, and you can use gems to purchase this stuff in here. Wallpaper, floor, furniture, decor, and wall. See, all this stuff can be purchased, but the theme stuff is where it gets good. If you want to get a whole theme, like for the Lunar New Year, Shogatsu Empire, all these nice stuff right here. Stars above, all cost these coins, and the only way to get these coins is from within your dorm. So you want to make sure that every time you get a ship up on a dorm, you want to make sure that you click on it. Okay, so let's go out of here now. So as you can see, I've got presents and stuff stored around, so it's pretty nice. I like it. I like it. There's also floors. To expand to a second floor, you need 500 gems. So that's what I was talking about up there. My first floor is fully expanded. When you get your dorm, it's only going to be about like this. And as you expand it, it gets wider and wider so you can put more stuff in here. But to advance it to a second floor, you need 500 gems. I've only got 380 at the moment. So if I want to do my expansion to a second floor, I'll have to wait until, I either buy some more gems or when an event comes along, I'll get them that way. It's not something I'm really focused on at the moment. Okay, so I refueled my dorm. That was a quest. Okay, so let's go back and take a look at our missions. Okay, so claim victory 3 times, 3 any flagships. That's not new. Oil spin, a daily challenge. We did the hard mode. We trained a cat box, got the oil and coins. We built a ship, retired a ship, enhanced some gear, and we restocked our dorm one time. So we got that too. So that's taken care of. So now we're getting, as you can see, we're getting pretty close. So let's enhance a ship. Now enhancing a ship is basically you just choose a ship that you're focusing on and you just enhance it. Now there's some rules about enhancing here. I've got go to your favorites here because these are the ships I'm focusing on right now. Okay, so if we look at Eldridge, can I enhance Eldridge? Yes, I can enhance Eldridge. So Eldridge is, all 3 of these are enhancement items for her. So if you look up here, you can see that we can do that. So let me just do this right here. Okay, because if you look up at those, so if you look here, so now I've got all these. I'm maxing all of these out. Okay, now remember, if you I'm not going to do that there. Okay, so on Eldridge, so let's say I want to enhance Eldridge. So Eldridge is a DD. So if I went to here, then choose my sort and choose DD, this will show me all the ships that I have that I can use to enhance her. That will give me double value, okay, because if you use an identical ship, you get 2 times XP. So you always want to use identical ships for your enhancement, okay? But if you don't, just, this is maxed out right now, but once she levels up some more to her next level, right now Eldridge is 64. When she bops up to 65, she's going to need more enhancement, because she's just, she's not maxed out yet. I'm just enhancing her as I go along. Okay, so I did an enhancement. That's all you have to do. That's how you do an enhancement. So I just enhanced the ship. There it is. Enhance the ship 1 time. Okay. So we got to claim victory 10 times. So I'm going to need to run 1 level, and we have to spend oil. As you're doing these, you're spending oil. So those 2 will clear very soon. Okay. Then we've got exercises and commissions. Okay. Commissions. This is very important. To complete the commissions quest, you have to run some commissions. Commissions take a couple hours to run. Okay, so these are the commissions. There's a couple in here that only take 2 hours. So you want to make sure that before you end the day, you set up commissions to run. Okay, and you can just recommend ships or put whichever ships you want in here. They're only going to get 180 experience, so it's not like it's going to be. You don't run these for the experience. You run these for the daily. You get a little bit of, a little bit of dorm coins. You may get a cube, and you get a little bit of oil. So, but you got to run 3 of them. So, just set them up and start running them. So I'll set up 3, and then I'll check back at the end of the day, and I'll close these out and start some more up. Okay, so that's how you do it right there. So now I'm running my commissions. Okay, so So I won't be able to actually complete that. See, I had 2 running last night. When I logged out, I did run a 3rd one because at the time I was running my big 18,000 commission, which takes like 1,200 oil. So I didn't run a 3rd one. I should have started a 3rd one last night, but I didn't. So normally this will complete automatically if the night before you log off, set up 3 commissions so they'll complete in the morning and you'll be done with it. Okay, so we got victory 10 times and oil spent. So let's see if we can't knock those out. Normally, what you want to run is you want to run, when there's not an event going on, you want to run 3-4 on normal mode, not hard mode, normal mode. And the reason you want to run it on normal mode is because the flagship gives you a chance to drop a Kagi or Kaga. These are 2 very rare ships that you want to try to get. I've only got Kaga. I haven't gotten a Kagi yet. But in my spare time, I do that until I'm getting those 2 ships. So if you're looking for a level to just run, you just run this on normal. You should be able to complete this within pretty early whenever you get the account. But you have to run it a lot because of Kagi and Kaga. This is the only place to get them, is in 3-4 here on normal, not hard. And it's the only place to get them, and you just got to run it a lot. Some people get lucky and get it pretty quick. I've been running it for a long time, and I've only gotten Kaga. Still have not gotten a Kagi. So those are the two of the best carriers in the game after Enterprise, which you'll be able to get fairly easily. Enterprise drops pretty often. So, so we got to complete 1 battle. Now this event is going on, so I'm going to go ahead and do this event to get my finish it up. So this is to get TAR2. You have to run SP3 60 times. It's running until the 27th, so I've got plenty of time. So, but I've been running it. I'm in the process of leveling up this fleet. This is going to be one of my max fleets. So I'm leveling up Centaur, Illustrious, Bremerton, and Eldritch here, and Minnesota. So I've just been running it with just those 3. And just, so you're using oil, and you have to complete, so this will finish up those 2 quests, and the only thing that will be left will be to collect that commission and to run exercises, which I'll show you the exercises here after we complete this. So we're running through here. Like I say, I'm leveling up these ships specifically, so that's why I'm running them in the event. On SP3, the ships here are not too bad. 72 is what I think the average level is. So they're not bad ships. Pretty easy to knock down. Not much of a trouble. And I've got Enterprise in there right here. She's one of the major damage dealers. I got her in there to give a little bit extra power because, as you can see, some of these ships, 68, 54, they're not exactly, they're not even fully limit broke yet, so they're not as powerful as they could be. So I'm just running the lower ships because I have to complete the entire battle with this fleet, because that's the only fleet I brung in. This is a pretty good fleet. I've been working on this fleet for quite some time. The ship that I was trying to get, I finally got, was Centaur. She's one of the most OP carriers in the game, but she's build only, which means you can't farm for her. Some of the ships are build only, so make sure that you do builds, your build requests each day. Even if you can't log on, just make sure you do some builds, just so you have a chance of getting some really good ships. But yeah, I've been trying to get Centaur for quite some time, and I finally did manage to get her to build. So I was very happy with that. So that's what I'm doing, is working on leveling her up right now to get her into max, because she's an in-game ship. And so when you get into higher story levels like 10, 11, 12, and 13, they start doing a lot of damage to you. And any ships that you can have in your backline, which can buff your vanguard, put shield around your vanguard. Illustrious here provides a shield for your vanguard ships here, which is why I've got her in there as well. You want to have ships that offer that, ships that offer increase the damage, increase the health, heal the vanguard. Those ships become extremely important in game. You really don't need to use them in up until like level 9 or 10 because you can basically power your way through it. But after that, it becomes a little bit more than that. Some things are required, which is what I found out. I'm at 10, and it's very, very tough going through 10 right now. So this fleet right here, I'm making this is with some of the newer ships and some of the ships that have advantages that make them useful in in-game. So once I get these up, I should be able to. I'll have the second fleet. I've got one fleet that can power through it, which is my HMS fleet. But I need another fleet because to progress, you need to clear every ship or every enemy in the map at least one time. And that requires 2 fleets. So you need to have 2 in-game fleets to complete the in-game. So I'm working on that second fleet right now, and this is several of the ships in here are going to be in the in-game ships. So I got a renown too, so that was pretty nice. As you can see, you can like I say, you can limit break another ship. Like I can limit break renown now if I need to because I got a copy of her. But if you want to limit break a ship that you don't have a copy for, that's what you need the prototype bulletins for, which is why those are what you will be hampering your ability to limit break your ships if you just rely solely on because there's a lot of ships that you can't get by farming. You have to build them, and that doesn't happen very often. There's no way the limit breaks I've done with Centaur have been with the bulletins because I've only got one Centaur. I've been, for as long as I've been playing, this is the first time I've ever built her. Okay, so if I was going to wait to max, fully limit break her and max her out, I would never be able to do it, or it might, because she just doesn't build very often. She's not a high percentage ship in the build, so you need the bulletins. You're going to seriously crimp your ability to progress in the game if you don't get those bulletins. And to get that bulletin, you can get 1 a week. It's 52 a year guaranteed if you complete those dailies, which will allow you to complete the weeklies, which is where you get the bulletin. So, pardon me if I'm belaboring the point, but I get a lot of questions like how do I progress, and you have to actually commit to doing it. So here is what we got. This is the boss. So this is this here should finish all of our missions except for the exercises, and I'll show you the exercises is PvP. Okay, PvP is not. There is no. How do I put this? PvP, most people don't run PvP very often, and that's a mistake. People say running PvP is useless. Okay, I'm going to show you why it's not useless. Okay, I'm going to show you why it's very important until you get to very in-game, and even at some points at in-game, because it gives you experience as you're leveling up ships, but most importantly, it gives you items where you can get a prototype bullet. That's right. You get merit, and there's a merit shop, and sometimes in that merit shop you'll see a prototype bullet. And when you do, you want to be able to snatch it up, but it costs 20,000 merit. So to get that much merit, you need to run PvP. So as you can see, I'm getting toasted pretty good here by the boss, but with Enterprise in there, took it out. I took it out, and there's that shield. There's that shield that Illustrious throws up. So Okay, so all right, so I completed that. I completed that. So that should put me pretty much where I need to be. Um, I've also just got how many more? I've run it 39 times, so I got to run it once more to get to 40, but I need to do a 60. So let's take a look at our missions now. Okay, so we completed a project, can build a ship, enhance the ship, retire the ship, restock the dorm. Yep. Okay, so yep, this is the only two left. So we've done everything we need to do except for exercises and commissions. And I showed you those commissions. You should run 3 the night before so that you do it. I've only got 2. In another hour or so, I'll have another one and I'll complete that. So that's not the commissions. So let me show you that. So if you go into battle, go into exercises. Okay, this right here is the key. Okay, completing those exercises. This is PvP. Okay, so whenever you complete PvP, let's go ahead and do one here real quick. I'm using that fleet that I'm leveling up. I'm using it to level up, so you get experience from PvP. So I use it and I complete the exercises, and at the same time I get experience for these ships and I get the merit points. I'll show you what you do. So once you complete it, you get merit. And as you rank up, you get like 600 and 1,000. You get a lot of merit as you rank up. So you want to do it every day. Okay, that Enterprise just completely took out my main fleet. I'm going to lose this one. That's Portland, in case you're wondering. That's an OP. But see that? I got 35 merit. Okay, and look, I lost. But look at this. Look at that. I lost, but I still got experience and I still got merit. Okay, so that's why it's not a waste to run PvP. Okay, now the mission is to actually, let's collect all these so they can roll up. Okay, and I've completed my 10 weekly missions. Okay, see, it's Wednesday and I've already completed 10 weekly missions and I've got that. Okay, so I'm getting my prototype bullet right now for the week. And these are not bad too. The Royal Gourmets, it's for your dorm. So there it is. I've got my super prototype bullet for the week. Okay. Now, so you got to win 3 times to get this daily though. So you got to win 3. Didn't win that one, but you get 10 tries, so it's not like it's difficult. Not to build. What am I going to build for? Going to battle and exercises. So what you want to do is, yeah, you got to win 3 of these. Now this is not my max fleet that I'm using. I'm just using these to level up. But having to beat 3, you know, means that I'm probably going to have to put in my max fleet sooner or later, which is my HMS PvP fleet. If you've watched any of my videos on my channel previously about Azure Lane and my PvP team, you'll know that I have a high-level HMS fleet with Queen Elizabeth, Warspite, Enterprise in the backfield, and then Belfast, and in my Vanguard. So I have a pretty high-level fleet, and it does very well in PvP. It's a PvP, it's a meta team. What that means is it's pretty much meta. I mean, a lot of people use it. So doesn't look like I'm going to win this one either. But I really don't care. I'm getting experience, and I'm getting merit. So it's not really that important that I, not winning doesn't really bother me that much. So, you know, that's the way I look at it. But since I do have to win 3, I will go ahead and put in my HMS fleet. So let me show you my HMS fleet. So as you can see I got 35 merit. You get double merit if you win. You get 70. So and then I can look at that 442. See, Bremerton just leveled up. So that's why I do it. But but I have to win 3. So what I normally do is this is a low level one right here. But let me go ahead and put in my max fleet that I normally run. I'll show you. So you just hit click on change, and I'm going to put in Warspite, Queen Elizabeth. Okay, and I put Queen Elizabeth as a. Now you can put Hood here if you have Hood. I do have Hood. You can put Hood right here, but I'm going to keep it at Enterprise because she gives me a little bit. I like to have. She gives me a carrier. I don't. If you have a Hood in here, you have 3 battleships. It works and it's very effective, but I just like to run Enterprise in there. So then this is I got Javelin in my front line. I put Edinburgh in my front line and Belfast in my front line. As you can see, all these ships are fully limit broke and well over 100 level wise. 2 of them are completely maxed out. So this is my standard standard fleet right here. As you can see, 11, 8, 13, 2. So this is like a top line fleet. This pretty much blasts through just about everything. Using this fleet, I win 90% of the time. You know, I've got high levels. All the skills are leveled. Got gears almost max. Most of them are 9s, 8s or 9s. You know, it costs a lot of blueprints and parts and stuff and gun parts to get it up to 10, so it takes a while to actually build that up. But so this is, you know, I put this in and I win 3, and then once I win 3, I take it out and put a leveling thing in there. So that's why PvP, it's not really important in terms of the rewards, but it is important in getting that merit, because in that merit shot is where you can get. I'll just run some low ones here so it'll go quick. But you want to get, because that merit is very important to get in that merit shop. So you just have to win 3. You know, do it. You get the experience, and you know, the merit shop is where you can get one of those bullets. If you don't have the bullets, yeah, you're really hampering your process. So get that bullet. That's your weekly goal. Once you get the bullet, you've reached your goal for weekly Azure Lane. You know, once you got the bullet, you want. I could just complete them all I complete all the dailies and weeklies every week. Because I like to play the game, and just by playing the game, you just naturally attain, you know, what you need to completely do it every week. Okay, so let's do one more here to get that 3rd win. As you can see, some of the teams in here are doing the same thing I'm doing. They're just hodgepodge teams, and granted, they don't win, but you know, if they're using those teams, they're getting experience for them. Some people just put what they like. Some people just put, you know, like this here, this backline here. This is Nagato, Akagi, and Kaga. This is one of the best backlines in the game. As you can see, they're obviously not leveled up very far, so he's probably leveling up an IGN team or an IGN fleet. So there's the 3 that you need. Now I won't show you, but I'll put my other team back in that was before, and I'll just go through, try to win some. If I don't really care, because I've already hit the mission for today. So claim 3 victory exercises. There it is. So once I complete this commission, I've done all the dailies. Okay, so that's what you're looking for in terms of dailies. Okay, so as you can see, it took about an hour. As you can see, I'm just a little over an hour right now, hour and 4 minutes into the video. So as you can see, it's not something that, if you want to be completely, and do everything that you want to do to earn what you need. You need to spend a little bit of time. So, if you do it over the whole course of a day, maybe hit 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, you should be able to achieve it. Okay. So that is the dailies for Azure Lane. And I'm going to have another video here shortly, and I'm going to talk about a few things that I've discovered after I've been playing the game. And it'll be an interesting video. I'll try to get it out today, but it'll probably be tomorrow. Okay. So thanks a lot for watching the video. Go ahead and put a like on the video if you liked it. And remember to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell beside it to get notified whenever I drop a video. And this is Ken Rear, and we have been released from the corner, but I am back in the corner today, and I'm signing out.